Welcome back as we continue to follow the latest developments in that massive fire that engulfed a large industrial complex here in Elizabeth, New Jersey, shooting fireballs into the air just south of Newark Airport. You're taking a live look at it as that fire keeps going. More than 4 hours later, a blaze like this clearly presents unique challenges for the firefighters.
To help us walk through some of those challenges, we're joined now by retired Jersey City Fire Chief Stephen McGill. Chief, great to see you again. We appreciate you coming on.
Good morning.
So take us through, I mean, this is before the sun rose. The firefighters get to this huge area. They don't know exactly what's burning. Apparently some of the fire hydrants didn't work right away. What were some of the challenges when they first got there to the scene and then the moments that followed?
Main challenge is what's burning in there. And it seems like when they got there was a heavy amount of fire. So they're going to try and find water supplies, see if there's any standpipe systems or sprinkler systems for those buildings that they can energize to get water on that fire. Problem is always with personnel, the people working in there at the time. Seems like it was early enough where it probably wasn't. But just then finding where the fire is. And if there's that much fire going on, there's not a lot you can do to get into that building to put that out. So your biggest thing to do is try and get your water supplies and get water on that fire as soon as possible.
Clearly, this is, a massive industrial complex, a big fire, and as you just said, a big challenge for these firefighters. So when you think about what it is that's burning, more than 4 hours later, we learned from Janice that there were toys. So plastic has been burning for that amount of time. What kind of challenges does that create for the firefighter and for the environment?
Well, in this type of building, if it's an old warehouse like that from the turn of the century, that construction is what we call heavy timber. So you don't have 2x4s holding it up. You have like 12x12 beams and columns in that. So once that stuff starts burning, the load of the fire load that's in that wood is intense. And that takes a lot of water to put that type of wood structure out. Then you have the contents that are combustible. If it's plastics, like was mentioned, that's toxic, and you don't want to breathe that stuff in. And so firefighters will be on air, even if they're working outside, to protect themselves from the smoke and the toxicity of that smoke. You don't know what's in that thing, what's in that building. From what I gather, that warehouse, since it was an old Singer building, to keep making money, they broke that up into different businesses that were in there. So you really don't know what type of product is in there. There's several businesses, from what I'm being told, inside there. So it's plastic bags, toys, textiles. So you have every type of thing burning in there, and you just don't know what's in that smoke.
Yeah, the DEP is on its way to really assess that situation right now.
Chief, we only have about 30 seconds left, but I'm curious, as the day progresses and then even into the weekend, what are firefighters going to do? Is it sort of one of those things where, I don't know, a layman's term here, but just let it burn itself out?
You probably don't have much of a choice because you can't get to some of those areas that are already burning. So you're going to protect the structures that haven't been impinged up by the fire. So you're going to fight it from the unburned side, is what we say. And you just don't want it to spread anymore. Yeah, that fire is going to burn for days. And even when you think it's out, they're going to have to go through those piles of rubble to get all the hot spots and stop the rest of it from burning. So yeah, it's not an easy task, and they're going to be there for a long time. And the fire boats you see there, the water doesn't reach that, but they're going to be basically another fire hydrant just getting water supply in there, because that's one of the major concerns now is water.
Okay. All right.
Well, retired Jersey City Fire Chief Stephen McGill, we always appreciate your perspective, and thanks for checking in, giving us an idea of what's going on there. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I'm interested. We have more reports ahead, including from Shannon Sohn in Newscapter 7 and on the ground as well. But I'm curious, as we go to break, talking about this big winter storm, if that could help at all, if we have precipitation falling to help.
Because it's going to be burning for days.
That's what it is. We'll get into exactly where that's going to fall, right?
That would be the optimistic approach, but you have to remember this also comes with gusts up to 40 miles per hour at the coast, and that is